This house meets the ground at just 6 points, and those points are not ordinary columns. They are 6 massive concrete sculptures, thick, asymmetrical, and inhabited. Inside these sculptural supports are bathrooms, staircases, service areas, and even an elevator. At Xingu House, the structure is not hidden away. The structure becomes the architecture itself. Designed by TETRO Arquitetura, Xingu House sits on a hillside in Minas Gerais, Brazil, surrounded by forest and mountains. With more than 19,000 square feet, it has a monumental presence. But the idea behind it does not begin with size. It begins with how such a large volume meets a complex site without resting entirely on the ground. The house touches the mountain only where it needs to. The site already contained a deteriorated building, stone walls, terraces, preserved forest, and an old underground gallery. Some of these elements were kept, helping determine where the new house meets the ground, where it lifts away from it, and how it opens toward the landscape. The main volume splits into 3 large wings, each extending in a different direction from a central point. It's almost as if each wing is searching for its own piece of the landscape. The house does not face a single view. It opens toward the mountains, the forest, and the existing terraces. The wings closest to the terraces contain the social spaces, kitchen, office, bedrooms, and guest accommodations. Some parts of the house feel suspended and far above the ground. Others allow you to step directly into the gardens and onto the old terraces. But it is the 6 concrete supports that give Xingu House its identity. They look nothing like conventional columns. They are thick, faceted volumes, each one different, almost like enormous rocks shaped directly on the site. Their size allows them to be occupied. Instead of placing circulation, bathrooms, and service areas inside separate boxes, the house contains these functions within its structural elements. We enter the volumes that hold the house up. We climb through them. We move through their interiors. That changes the way we understand the structure. What first looks like a monumental support also contains ordinary parts of daily life. The house is not simply carried by these pillars. Part of life happens inside them. At the center of the house, a long linear kitchen helps organize the 3 wings. From there, the path continues into the living room, where a long glass facade leads towards a terrace overlooking the mountains. These 6 volumes concentrate the house's contact with the land, allowing large sections of the building to remain suspended. There is a clear contradiction. The supports look incredibly heavy, yet they are what create the feeling of lightness above. Their geometry was formed from triangular planes and cast directly on site. Behind their almost spontaneous appearance is a highly precise coordination between structure and interior space. Above them, large concrete slabs extend in different directions. Glass facades keep the pillars visible inside the rooms instead of trying to hide them. In some places, they act like walls. In others, they become entrances to bathrooms, circulation cores, or landmarks that guide movement through the house. The private wing reaches out over the hillside in a dramatic cantilever. At its highest point, about 20 feet above the natural ground, the bedrooms become lookout points over the mountains. Exposed concrete defines the structure. Stone preserves the memory of the site. Glass opens the house to the landscape. Wood, fabrics, furniture, and artwork soften the scale and hardness of the larger spaces. Separate from the main residence, another volume sits within the preserved forest. It contains a spa, sauna, gym, and relaxation areas. The main house reaches towards the mountains. The spa retreats into the trees. This contrast creates very different experiences across such a large property. Some spaces face distant views, others connect to the terraces. Some hover above the hillside, others are protected by vegetation. The old stone walls remain visible beside the new structure. The irregular stone shows what was already there. The faceted concrete marks the new house. The meeting of these two materials keeps the history of the site present. In the end, Xingu House is a house about inhabited structure. Pillars as spaces, wings as overlooks, concrete as balance, stone as memory, water as reflection, mountain as direction. From a distance, it looks like a giant sculpture floating above the hillside. But as we move closer, we discover bathrooms, staircases, and circulation inside the supports. The old stone walls reappear beneath the slabs. Water reflects the concrete, and what first looked like a monumental form begins to work as a home. Xingu House does not hide how it stands. It turns the 6 points that touch the mountain into the most visible and most inhabitable part of its architecture.